I was just up here responding to some comments on my YouTube. Go to YouTube if you wanna join in to the live and see the screen. Go to YouTube if you want to join in live and see the screen. Go to YouTube. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Um, what is this? I don't have the date set right on here. So let me set the date right. And then I can say, welcome to the price action recap for February 23rd, 2023. Yes, this quarter is, this quarter's passing me by. We already at the end of February, man. We got a few more trading days left in February. All right, let me look at my calendar. What calendar? What is it? Like 4 days? Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. 3 more trading days left in February. This quarter's passing me by. If this first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, wait a minute. I forgot about my homeboy Spidey. Now, Spidey's in a different spot. So I got to figure out how to point to Spidey without having to look back and see him. Spidey's in a new spot. He's no longer by the window. He's chilling by the big screen. You know what I'm saying? Got him a nice little spot to chill out on the wall. Got my sweetie over here on the other side. She's chilling in the corner, watching me as I trade. Hear me. Thank you for tapping in and hanging out with us, man. If you don't know who I am, if you're on IG and you want to see what they're seeing, go to YouTube because you only see this. That's all you see. Hey, if you don't know who I am, man, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers. See, y'all get on Al Gore's internet every single day. Once at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, once at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I talk about the price section dealing with the S&P 500. Why do I do this? Why do I do this every day? Because I want to help someone like you, someone just like you, and like you, if you're on IG, just get your aha moment when it comes to trading, investing, all things stock market. There's a lot of things you have to think about and run through your mind at lightning speed. We need like quantum processing power in our minds to be able to process all the things you need to keep into account when you're thinking about your whole trading, investing strategy, portfolio management, entries, exits, and the glue that keeps it all together is understanding how to read the price action. If you can understand how to read the price action, that's the glue that brings everything together. The glue. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,500 subscribers. That's what we're going. We're trying to get 20. We're almost there. We got a ways to go, but we're almost there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you are subscribed, do this for me. Share it with somebody who you know that's into this type of stuff and be like, hey, I really enjoy Tim's content. He's a complete nut. He's a goofball, but his content be magnificente. And then I just noted, I logged in and they said they got like a podcast feature on YouTube now. So I have decided, the little kid from up the street on his motorcycle, I have decided that my Discipline Over Dollars series that I said I was going to be doing, and I was trying to figure out how I want to do it, I have decided I'm going to make it a podcast that I put on YouTube. And it's going to be a weekly upload. And it's going to be for absolutely anybody who wants to tune in, but let your friends, families, even yourself know it's going to be a step by step, starting from the beginning of what is the stock market. I don't even know, all the way to I am a long-term investor, a swing trader, a day trader, an options trader. I understand it all, and it can give you a chance to decide what do you want to be, step by step, from beginning to end. I've done the discipline over dollars for adults here in Columbus, Georgia. I've done the discipline over dollars for children here in Columbus, Georgia. And now I'm going to do discipline over dollars for everybody on Al Gore's internet. And I'm going to share everything that little Timmy Rogers know in my mind. And it's going to be in a podcast form. I'm assuming videos because it's on YouTube, but they got things that says new. You can now do podcasts on YouTube when I logged in today. So that's how I'm going to do the discipline over dollars. So let all your friends and family know. And even yourself, it's going to be a weekly upload. So it's going to give you time to digestify. That is a word, Robinson. Digestify everything that I gave you in that episode. And it's going to give you opportunity, if you got any questions, to jot your questions down in the comments below. And I can look at them and say, okay, I'll address as many comments I can get to in the next episode. That'll give me time to look through the chat. And when I get ready to record, I can go back and answer those questions in the next episode after I finish that episode. That's how we gonna do the discipline over dollars. I just thought that up all in the last 10 minutes while I was sitting here answering these questions. Right? I'm gonna turn on my fan, and I want to share something with y'all. Right? If y'all can't see it, let me blow this up. I want y'all to read this comment right here. That comment right there. Read that comment. I don't know if this person was trying to bait me in to get me upset, but I'm 50 years old. I'm retired. My wife is beautiful. If you've never seen my wife, she is fine and she's pretty. So I'm quite happy with her. My children are all healthy. I am debt-free. I love the Lord and the Lord loves me. My mother is healthy, as a 70-plus-year-old woman can be. My sisters and brothers are healthy for the most part. So, internet people, it takes a whole lot for you to bake me in. The easiest way to bake me in is just make a blatant attack on me, because that Fort Lauderdale in me will not let me not say nothing back. But stuff like this, I already know the world racist. So when people act racist on Al Gore's internet, it don't bait me in. The same person commented again. When people say racist stuff on Al Gore's internet, I just laugh. It's funny to me because I know we live in a racist world. I have my own racist tendencies. I told y'all yesterday, whenever I'm around white people, I instantly judge them off the way they look. I'm the type of person, this is how I am. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think I'm a racist person, but I've been through so much in my 50 years that I'm very comfortable around my people. I could be in the hood. I can be on like wherever the most prestigious place where black people live. I don't care where I'm comfortable around my people. I am very uncomfortable around white people. I am very uncomfortable around white people until they show me Hey, you ain't got no problem. You ain't got no reason to be uncomfortable around me. That's why I don't get upset when white people be uncomfortable around black people. Because I'm uncomfortable around white people because of the things that have happened to me in my 50 years of living. Now, I don't act on it. But I just kind of watch them. I'm like that Asian lady that be watching the black kids when they come to the gas station. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. If you didn't see the movie, that was from a movie. I ain't picking on nobody. Hurry up and buy. I'm like that Asian lady. My son told me, he said, Dad, we was at the trampoline park, and in the worker there, they was just like stalking us for no reason. I said, son, I'm 50 years old. When I came to pick you and your friends up, we went to Burger King, and I just sat back and watched y'all. I said, I'll stalk y'all too. I was like, y'all ain't do nothing wrong, but y'all just a group of big black teenagers, and y'all don't realize how wild and rowdy y'all be. You're a disturbance to this facility. You know what I'm saying? You're a disturbance, and you just look like you're gonna do something. And I'm your father, and I know all of you for the most part. But I would watch you too if I was them people. Why? Because I know what a lot of teenagers do. You know? But that ain't why we got on here. We got on here to talk about, hey, shout outs. Wait a minute, Stacks. You already a member. Stacks, you already a member. What's going on? What the haberdasher hemoglobin going on here? Can I be the first to guess? Be the first to guess what, baby? Stacks, why does it say ICT speaking at 7? Okay. What, Stacks, why does it say you're... Oh, speaking of members, shout out Kareem. Was it Kareem? Shout out Kareem. Kareem, I jalapaz. Here to learn and share. Excuse me. She said, Tim, you missed a new member today when you were talking. And I think it was Kareem. Membership. We're going to get to the price action in a minute. Yes, Kareem. Oh, I see why I say that. It's a rejoin. It's a rejoin. Okay. Because I'm like, Stacks, you've been a member, but it says rejoin. Appreciate that, Stacks. Kareem. Kareem was first. Kareem was first. I missed Kareem because I saw Tiffany pop up in the green when I looked at the chat. I saw Tiffany, but Kareem was first. I truly, truly apologize, Kareem. Right? Let me share my screen. Hey, Stacks, get off my screen. Hey, Kareem, right here. Just Kareem. I appreciate you for supporting the channel in a financial way. I shouted out Tiffany this morning. Kareem, I apologize for missing you, my guy. I appreciate you. Right? See, Stacks even got a fancy dancy badge. Right? I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me click on this. See, Stacks got a fancy dancy badge. So Stacks been around here for a minute, but it says rejoin. So that's why it popped back up. I appreciate you, Stacks. Now, speaking of the members, let's get into the price action. Black Spiders. Do you all? I don't know how many Black Spiders are in the Discord, but for the Black Spiders that's not in the Discord, I shared in the Discord today. I said, Father Legends out here going ham in the Discord. I shared in the Discord today. I said, everyone, I just realized where I went wrong today. The bias on the week was trend to the downside because of how we ran away from the new week opening gap. I totally forgot about that. Then I just saw that we traded back up to a prior new week opening gap that I was expecting to act as resistance. Long story long, I should have been looking for the short right where the market turned, right? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I had two trade ideas today. One, well, both of them were long trade ideas, meaning buy it to the upside. One worked out to be a good idea. One got slapped upside the head. Right? One worked out to be a good trade idea. The other one got y'all know why I be doing that so much? I be pretending that that's Robinson cheek. And then I said, here's a screenshot right there. I said, here's a screenshot of the chart y'all don't see. And I had the chart, I had the chat on the other screen covering it today. So any of the black spotters, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know whenever we be on the live, I try to keep the chat on this screen over here. You know how I keep it over here. And I have it shrunk up to the side so I can see when y'all be talking. But I can also see this screen over here, right? This is the screen, right? Y'all know how I am. I can't help it. Click, share screen. You like, Tim, you ain't got to do all that. Yes, I do. This is the screen. Well, this is the screen that I be seeing and have all my junk on. I have all my junk on this screen right here. This the cluttered up screen. This the junk-a-dunk screen. This everything on the screen. All my levels, all the old levels, everything that I'm watching, right? And then, but today, I had y'all over here like this. So that's all I saw on that screen, right? Not making excuses, just letting you know what I had going on, right? So now, back to what I was saying. On that screen over there, if you notice, right, this right here is the new week opening gap from this week, right? See how we sold away from it? Like we came down, sold away. We sold away from the new week opening gap. This right here was Friday. Let me see, what was Friday's date? The 17th. Okay, so this was Sunday and Monday. So right here on, I know that from the new week opening gap. Come on, think, Tim. So Sunday and Monday, right? We start to sail down away from the new week opening gap. Just pushed away from it. See how we pushed away with a lot of aggression. ICT teaches. Let me go back to my handy dandy notes. Handy dandy notes. That's why you want to keep notes so you can go back and when you have like me, I didn't journal the good trade idea. I journaled the one that ended up being the bad trade idea because I like to go back and dissect those to see where I went wrong, right? And as you notice, like black spotters, y'all notice on the note I said, felt good about the trade. The prior trade worked out good. I felt good about this one. No PD arrays. I made mental notes in there of my mind condition of taking the trade, right? But I go back and I study, say, what did I do wrong? The trade went against me. What did I miss? Right? So, what was I saying? New week. I got to find my notes. I got notes on notes. New week opening gap. Yes. Order flow. Does the no purge liquidity. Institutional. New week opening gap attracts in consolidation, repels in trend, right? So with that being said, it was repelling. The new week opening gap was repelling the price, right? It was repelling the price. So my thesis was we can possibly keep trending down. Will we trend down the entire week? I don't freaking know. Where will we trend to? That's when you pull up your chart and look for the lows that you think the market is going to attack. Just like today when I was on the live talking to Erica, and I was like, I shrunk up the 60-minute chart, and I was like, matter of fact, let's go there now. Let's go to the chart now. Get out of my way, Discord. Move Al Gore's internet, right? 60-minute charts, right? So I said, forget about the time frame on the charts. Forget about that. We were above this line right here. We were above that line there. So looking at looking at this chart, just looking at how we're running right now, we were above this line right here at the time, right? I said, looking at how we're trading right now, just looking at the way the price moved. Don't worry if the candle's scrunched up and you can't see candles. You see the most important part. You see the peaks and the valleys, the highs and the lows, right? So I said, just looking at this, the first thing my eye comes to is we are selling off. We took sell side, we took sell side, we took sell side, and we're way down here. So I'm like, okay, the market is in a sale program and it's coming after this low right here. So before we get to that low, we have to take out this low. So this low is the first place of priority. We're going to hit this low first. That's before we even got to that low. We were up, like the candles was up here somewhere. Go back and check the tape. Well, y'all can't check the tape, but the black spiders can go back and check the tape, right? So you look where the market is going to attack. It can get down to this low. Then you go back and say, okay, what's stopping me? Brings in, get out my way, y'all. I need my chart. Come here, chart. Brings in the chart that I wasn't watching, right? This, y'all probably can't see it. Can y'all see that? Let me darken it up for y'all. Y'all probably can't see it. Let me, new week opening gap. Let me darken it up for you. Boom, right? So I keep them faded out. I fade it out when it's not active, meaning we've already traded to it before. We've traded to it before. So like, I don't know if y'all can see it. It's some up here. It's like some new week opening gaps up here, some new week opening gaps there. I don't know if y'all can like really see it or not, because it's kind of hard to see on my screen. But the only one that was bright was the one from this week. What's in our way? We melting down when we got to this new week opening gap right here, right? When we trade through any PD array, right? When we trade through any PD array, we expect it to flip and act as either support or resistance, right? We repel the current new week opening gap was repelling price, right? We traded down and we blew through a prior new week opening gap that we had already traded to, right? We traded to it. Matter of fact, we hadn't even, I don't know if we traded to it or not, but I had it faded out. I can't remember if we traded to it or not. But from way back here, this new week opening gap from way back here, that was from a long time ago, right? And then we blew through it. And once we blow through a PD array, we're expecting it to act as resistance, right? If you notice on the thing there, I said traded through it and expecting resistance. We traded through it. So when we come back up to it, we're expecting it to act as resistance, right? That's how I trade. We traded through it. So I'm expecting it to act as resistance. And that's where I went wrong today. Because when we were looking for long entries right up in this area right here, let's go down to 5-minute time frames here, right around the open, right in here. When we this pullback right here down to this fair value gap, that was the first trade idea that I was talking about. Matter of fact, I mentioned this one on the live. I was like, coming back down, we got this fair value gap, and that fair value gap, that'll be an interesting long entry. And I closed out the chat, and then a live, and I opened up the live with the black spiders, right? And then the second entry that we were looking at was a long up here. From up here in this area here, we broke market structure. And if you notice on this chart, we just ran into that new week opening gap that we expected resistance. I wasn't looking at this chart. I was looking at this chart over here. What's not on this chart right here? The new week opening gap, right? If I simply come to this chart right here, let me do it over here. Bring it here so you can see what I'm talking about. If I come to this chart right here, where the new week opening gap resides, where the money resides, and I click on that, you see how that says ES 5-minute chart? If I click this to all charts, right? This puts it on every chart on my screen. You see how it appeared back there? But I don't like for my chart that I'm trading off of to be junked up. That's why it wasn't on my chart. Moral of the story: pay attention to your overall. Pay attention to your overall technical analysis, top-down analysis, studying. Pay attention to everything when you're watching the market. It is so easy to get lost in the shuffle when price is moving in the live market. It is so easy to get lost in. Shout out FC. FC took a beautiful turtle soup short off of here. Her butt cheeks was tight as a pair of grip plies on an old rusted nail, trying to pull it out the board and not using the right tool. Butt cheeks was tight, but she held through it and got a successful short, while little Timmy Rogers was over here getting all upside the head. You know why? Because she stuck to her, what she had been stuck. She said, this been working. I see Tim over there saying something opposite to me. I'm nervous right now, but I'm going to stick to it. And guess what? She prevailed because her studying, she paid attention to everything she had studied, everything she had stuck to prior to going into that trade. Didn't get shook out by having to sit in it, didn't get shook out by my stupidity of not paying attention to everything that I did and was going against what the market was showing me. I was zoomed in and forgot about everything that I had studied on the zoomed out. Shout out FC. FC is the black spider of the day. You hear me? Now, stick to everything that you done studied. Make sure you pay attention to everything you have studied. I try to be transparent. Anytime I make a mistake, I'll be like, this is what I screwed up, so that you don't have to trip over that same stick. If I'm rollerblading and little Jimmy throw a stick out there and trip me, and I come back and say, hey, little Jimmy down there throwing them sticks again. If you go down there and little Jimmy hit you with a stick, hey, I don't feel bad. But if I don't warn you about little Jimmy, your scabs on your knees on me. You feel me? Hey, I'm sweating. Let's break down the price action. Let's go look at our homegirl Spalene. We ain't been stopping by Spalene house and she feel bad. Anybody who don't know who Spalene is the S&P, the SPY, the ETF that tracks the S&P 500. Around here, we call her Spalene. We wrote a song for her. You want to hear it? Here it go. Sing it with me. Spalene, Spalene, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Ooh, Spalene, what is you about to do? What is you about? Spalene in after hours is down just a tad. Down, about 67 cents down in the after hours. As you see, we came down and took out the sell side liquidity, made a new weekly low, and had a very serious reaction off of that. Right? That is a very, very serious reaction off of that. Now, I was looking at ICT's video. Was it from? Yeah, he was talking to his son. I don't know if it was from today or from yesterday or when he was talking to his son. And he said, and when he said this, I was like, man, that's a gem inside a gem inside a gem. He said, I'm looking to see if it rejects this level, right? And I guess his son wasn't getting it. His son is a kid. I guess his son wasn't getting it. He said, think about it like this. He said, you know, when you take a tennis ball and you throw it against the wall, if you throw it against the wall really hard and it bounced back, that's rejection. And I was like, it don't take much to really impress me. It really don't. But simple, when you keep it simple with me like that, if you take a ball, a tennis ball, and you slam it on the ground, if that thing, imagine this green line right here is the ground. Imagine that green line right there is a ground, right? And you take a tennis ball, which time you think the ball was thrown harder? On this day or on this day? Little Timmy Rogers says this day, because look at how high the ball bounced back up. Yoing, yoing. Man. Yoing, yoing. That thing jumped back up. On this day, look at this day right here. Barely bounced. This day right here, a bigger bounce, right? When it hit the ground this day, when it came back and hit it again, so that means it was a little rejection, huge rejection. This rejection on this day, after we broke these lows, it didn't even get back up above the lows. This rejection on this day, it got back above the open, got above the lows, the close, the open, almost the highs. I just thought that was a gem. It just make sense in my head. That's something I can teach to my son. When I start sitting down with my son, I'm using the tennis ball analogy to teach him about rejection. Yeah, man. And it was another one that he talked about. I understood what he was saying when he was talking about the fulcrum point. And for anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, he said, imagine this low, even this high, whatever. Imagine the low or the high that you're looking at as the fulcrum point, right? Anybody who don't know what that mean, just imagine it's a hinge hooked up right there, right? If it's a hinge hooked right there, and if you took the top of it and you grabbed it and swung it down, how low can it swing, right? So that fulcrum point, how low can it swing? You just run from the high to the low of the range, right? The -1 right there is one standard deviation. If you grab that and you swung that door down, you can expect it to, if it start running down, you can expect it to try to swing down to at least right there. When you swing it down, that's the fulcrum point. Just flip it into the swing, and when it start rocking, it'll be right down at that 39, that 392.91. That's the whole fulcrum point. I understood that, but for anybody who, you know what I'm saying, that was another good analogy of imagine that as a fulcrum point. So when you break that low or you break that high and it doesn't reject, when the ball don't bounce, if we taking this sell side and the ball don't bounce, it go down there and it don't boing back up and it start wanting to keep going, and then you get you a short coming down here. How far can I expect that to go? Well, this is the fulcrum point. Okay, swing that range down. I can expect it to go down to at least this right here. Will it get there? What's in the way of that? That low right there at 393.56. So if it's going to swing down and it's going to attack that low, then that's my price. That's my exact price that I want to shoot for. I think it's attacking that low. Fulcrum point swing, that's my exact price. That's the deviation below that low right there. That's my exact price I can shoot for. Didn't expect to talk about that, but it just came out. I guess it was sizzling in my spirit. Let's go down to the 5-minute candles so we can walk through the price action a little bit. I was talking about today. I said there'll be some dirty, nasty dogs if they make us, excuse me, they make us sit through 2 seek and destroy days. 2 seek and destroy days. Look what these nasty boogers did. Look what it looked like. We was fun to tickety tank. When we came down and got down to this daily fair value gap that we had marked out, right? We didn't quite get the consequent encroachment, right? But when we got down, when we ran out the sell side liquidity tie, got to the PD array down here, bounced back up and came all the way back up, almost to the daily high. Right? This right here, that right there, this right here, that right there was the daily high. That right there was the point where we bumped our head up against the resistance. We bounced from taking out the, let's look what we did, right? Starting overnight. Dilly dally, dilly dally, dilly dally, dilly dally, yeah, dilly dally machine. Then we popped up. Hold on. All my lines and stuff ain't on my chart. Y'all hold on for a second. Do the bop, boom, boom, do. Probably gonna put a lot of junk on my screen, but I cares not right now. Yes, it did. Put a lot of junk on my screen. This is stuff that we was looking at earlier for like the going long and stuff. As you see what I was talking about, the first trade I did, this was the first trade I did right here that was successful. The second trade I did was, I deleted it when I took off all of the but it was based off this same area right here. After we broke market structure, this was the fair value gap, trying to go long up to this fair value gap up here, but we didn't. I wasn't paying attention to this hold on. What else did I didn't pay attention to? I see. Oh, look at there. That's another thing that I totally missed. Look what I totally missed. This is the new week opening gap from here, right? Look at this. If I brighten this up right here, I'm going to brighten this up. Guess what this is? Load, new week opening gap current. New week opening gap current. Voila. That is another new week opening gap where this new week opening gap sits right on top of. But look at it. Can I get it? Can I get it? Look at what we hit. Yes, I do. I have it now. Look at what we hit. We hit it. Okay. Did I hit? Oh, I hit the wrong thing. God dog it. I didn't hit the visibility. I hit the freaking level. Oh no, that's supposed to be, I hit the value. So negative 50. Okay. Then that's what I wanted to hit, 100. I'll apply. Am I on the wrong? That's not the right field. Cheese and rice. Hold on, man. And I can't undo on here. Oh, yeah, that wasn't the right. That's a different field. This is the field that I want right here. That's the field that I want right there. Why didn't it? This is really pissing me off. Why isn't it? What is going on? What is going on with this chart? Am I tripping? $100. I got the fib selected right there. Why can't I see the fib? Oh my God. I'm about to go crazy. Okay, there it is right there. Now I can see it. Why can't I freaking see it? Oh my God, there it is. What in the world was going on with that, man? Can somebody explain what was going on with that? Anyway, I said all of that. I went through all of that frustration to say we just came right back up to consequent encroachment on the prior new week opening gap right there. Another area that would act as resistance because we traded down through it, right? Another area that would act as resistance because we traded down through it right there. Is that no, that's this one. That's this week. The last one is the one that we touched, and this is oh yeah, that's another. I'm all confused now. I don't know. Anyway, we went up there. We hit that. Right? We hit that. I'm all confused now. Don't know what I'm doing anymore. Then we came down. Hit this 5-minute order block right there. Came below midnight, came below the London Open, got a nice rejection off of that. Came back up one more time into this bearish fair value gap right here. Then we got a pang out to the downside, right? We got a pang out to the downside. Made a bearish fair value gap there, traded back up into the lower fair value gap. Looked like we might have came to consequent encroachment on that. Didn't get consequent encroachment on the second gap. Failed to get it. Market was super bearish. Sold off from there. Went down. Took out the sell side liquidity below the daily low. And started to reverse. We came up, poked up into this bearish order block. Had a nice little rejection off of that inside this consolidation. Then we pushed up above. Got the breaking structure there, traded back down, came back down, probably something on the lower time frame, not showing on the 5-minute, took off again and never looked back until it did at toward 2 o'clock. So right around 2:55, 3 o'clock, we did get a pullback into this bullish fair value gap. Something like this right here, I would not have got picked up on because it's a whole lot of downside risk below it. But we did get one pullback right at the end of the day. And if you know anything about the end of the day from in the last hour of time, there are algos that run, and the algo's job is to attack buy side that has not been attacked or attack an imbalance. So when we're coming up here, the price is just full steam ahead to the upside, right? Here's the buy side right up here. This is the buy side here. We sold down, right? This was the high. We sold down right here. When we dropped down, anybody that had they stop up here was probably comfortable enough to drop it down to here, right? I think the ultimate target is knocking out those equal highs, but the market attacked the buy side there. And what buy side is that? That's probably in the reason why I say anybody who was comfortable, they would have dropped it down here because this was yesterday's high. So once we dropped off that far, you're going to be comfortable to put it above the old high that you already ran above because you're not expecting price to come back and take you out in the same day after taking out that high that morning. So anybody who was short from up here, they was comfortable enough to have they stop above yesterday's high. And then guess what they got? Attacked by the last hour last hour macro from 15 to 1600. Use the kicks in, you know what I'm saying, around 315 to 345 or whatever time it is that ICT be talking about. There we go right there. Boom. Attack on the buy side. And that's the price action on the day. That's the price action on the day. I done been on here for 45 minutes. I heard my sweetie come through the door. I'm gonna look through the chat real quick to see if anybody talk about anything, and then we're gonna call it. Discipline over dollars. Too little. What I miss. Welcome. Grateful. What's up? Exactly. Laughing. Oh Lord, part 2. What did I walk in on? Open mic at Tim's Lounge. I would watch me. I watch me also. Disregard that Tim. Okay. All love. That's what's up. Welcome back. Yep. Is there a Discord? They still ain't voted on it yet. We got to check the votes. We need 52 votes. I got the breakers short till Wednesday low. Sup? That's what's up. Congrats. After hitting the hour fair value gap. Oh, you could have just looked at the DR. Sound like he's still oh yeah, Robinson killing that DR. He be I be seeing the stuff he be posting on. I be seeing the stuff he be posting there. My ADD won't let me learn nothing new right now. What is considered a long entry for a contract position in futures? I don't know if that makes sense. What I'm trying to ask. A long entry, buying. If I think you're asking what I'm at, buying. If you buying, you're taking a long entry. If you selling, you're taking a short entry. If you're talking about as far as time frame, that's like holding it over time. But if you're just talking about what I think you're talking about, when you buy a futures contract, you're taking a long entry. When you sell a futures contract, you're taking a short entry. The equivalent is in the options world is buying a call, is buying in futures, buying a put in options is selling in futures. And then if you do shares, buying shares is buying future contracts, selling shares or going short, selling futures contracts or going short. That's what it is. Yes, FC did that. Wait, what? I don't know what I said. I must have said something crazy. What is I think you asked the same thing twice. Yeah, that was SJ. Yeah. Okay. Great job. By price. Oh, I appreciate that. Somebody had already answered that. Long position when a couple people answered that. Thank you. You're far too kind. Yep, he kept it simple. Yes. See, that's what I'm not trading. I thought it had to do with length of. Oh yeah. No, it's not length of time. Why do I have the because I got it stuck in your head. Thanks, Tim. Love ICT. Love for review. Thanks, Tim. ICT. Love for review. You're welcome. I don't know what that means, but you're welcome, Trinisha, for always tapping in. Hey, my sweetie home. I'm sweating because I was animated tonight. I appreciate y'all. Thanks to everybody who support the channel in a financial way. It's totally unnecessary. I will still continue to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thought process, the way I see things, in hopes to help somebody get the aha moment when it comes to this stuff. With that being said, live type. Okay, live. Okay. ICT live. Okay, boom. Go check out ICT. He's live now. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today. If your loved ones are here, Tell them you love them today. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. When you share your love with your loved ones, speak in their love language. How do you learn their love language? By communicating with them. See how they need to receive the love you're trying to give, and vice versa. So that when you communicate, they can receive that love you're trying to show them. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Nobody is promised tomorrow. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for always tapping in. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the overnight price. Action. That's it, man. I'm gone.